Hello and welcome to a 6 day trip to Australia. The flight from Bangalore to Brisbane via Changi takes almost 12 hours. And from there, we take a drive, which is about an hour and a half, to the Gold Coast. We check into JW Marriott, which is a fantastic property. And what I like best about that was the ceiling fan. Have a look at it, it's amazing. The room we got is fantastic. A great view of the surroundings and the Pacific Ocean from there. Post lunch, we went for a chopper ride over the Gold Coast, had a great view of the city and the shoreline from the top. Post that, we went to the other end of the Gold Coast and saw some people kayaking. And after that, went over to Surfers Paradise to take a short walk before we retired for the day. Day 2 began with a short drive to the Tambourine Mountains for a walk in the rainforest. The skywalk was amazing, walking over the steel railings and through the woods. Very interesting. It's a 45 minutes walk, had great fun. And then of course, we soon headed to the Tambourine National Park. That was an amazing trek, I would say. Later on, we descended to the Curtis Falls, which was simply amazing. A little later, we went across to the local hang gliding club and saw the enthusiasts taking out a flight. Please do like the video, subscribe, and of course share. That motivates me. And soon after, we headed to a great lunch. It was a fusion of Australian and international cuisine. And finally, to end the day 2, we had what we call the Glowworm Walk. Outstanding experience. The day 3 began with an early morning rise and drive to a spot from where we took off on a hot air balloon ride. That was interesting. See all of these and more in my detailed videos on my trip to Australia. After coming down, we headed to a winery, breakfast, and then spent the rest of the day at the Surfers Paradise having lunch and strolling at the beach. It was a great atmosphere at the Surfers Paradise. It was fun walking on the beach. Absolutely brilliant blue water and very fine sand. Can't ask for a better combination. And if you're a surfer, that is the place to be. Finally, it's night and time for dinner, so we had a great dinner with some music and great sightseeing on a cruise boat. With that, we signed off day 3, and tomorrow morning it'll be time to head to Sydney for the next leg of our trip. Sydney is about an hour's flight from Gold Coast, and as soon as we landed, we headed straight to the Sydney Tower Eye, from where we took a skywalk. No videography allowed on the skywalk, so had to make do with whatever I saw from the sky deck. We then checked into the W Hotel at Sydney, which is a fantastic property right in the heart of the city, close to the Darling Harbour. Good morning, and it's now time for a walk. And we walked at the Darling Harbour, enjoying the fresh air. It's a chilly morning, and yeah, you can see more of this and everything else in the detailed videos that I've made and uploaded. Later we headed to the Symbio Wildlife Park and enjoyed watching the animals up close, especially the kangaroos. Driving over the Grand Pacific Drive was something which I was waiting for, and the Sea Cliff Bridge is simply amazing. I understand this road was built to make sure that the rocks that fall off the cliff don't fall on any passing vehicles. Whale watching, interesting, isn't it? Who would want to miss it? We had a great time. The choppy seas and inclement weather made the boat ride even more exciting. We could see some dolphins, and not too many of those whales. They didn't come up above the surface. The Opera House is something which I wanted to see for a while. I understand the self-cleaning tiles are amazing. Videography is not permitted inside and had to make do with photographs. The Sydney Cricket Ground, who would want to miss it? Especially anyone who has ever played cricket. It was a wonderful experience being there in person and seeing the magnificent ground. That's the Sydney Opera House in all its glory at night. And to sign off a fantastic 6-day trip to Australia, we went up to the Sydney Tower dining area for a super dinner. Check out my detailed videos, and I'm sure you'll like each one of them. Thank you very much for watching.